Divisional round recap. All I'm going to say is, I told you so. You know I'm going to say it right. I told you so. They hate me. They hate me for saying it like it is, calling it like it is, and being real. Most of these fans just want to act like everything's all good, even when we lose, and want you to sugarcoat everything and be positive and never be negative. And yeah, I don't get down like that. I don't get down like that. I'm sorry. And you don't have to like it, but that's what it is. Okay? I have been saying for 4 years the Ravens will never win another Super Bowl as long as John Harbaugh is the head coach. You're seeing it right now. You just saw it. It'll be different this year. There's Derrick Henry. Didn't matter. Derrick Henry wasn't a factor at the end of the game. Went for 2. And both times you didn't hand the ball off to him. I said in the offseason, we don't need Derrick Henry. It's nice to have him, but we don't need him. We just need to run the football with whoever we had. That's all we had to do last year. You know, last year you had Gus Edwards, Justice Hill, and you go out for the playoffs and sign Dalvin Cook, and you don't even use the man, let alone not run the football. Okay? Go back to the Titans, 2019. That's 2 years now. The Chiefs last year and the Titans, we had the number 1 seed and didn't run the football. Fast forward to this year. Derrick Henry did not carry the ball enough in this game. He did not. I'm sorry. And we're right back where we were when the season started. Are you all ready to run it back again with Harbaugh? Are you? You gonna do this all over again now, 3 years in a row? Where we underachieved? You know, it's always the Ravens that have, you know, the Zay Flowers fumble last year and the Mark Andrews fumble this year. Interceptions. Bad plays. Bad coaching. Penalties. We beat ourselves constantly. The Chiefs don't do that. The Bills, they don't do that. You can sit here and say, oh, it's not Harbaugh, the drop passes, he's not on the field. I saw a bunch of fans saying, oh, he's not on the field. No, he's not. But he's in charge of everything team related. He's in charge of his OC, who needs to run the football. He's in charge of everything on this team. He's in charge of the discipline. He's in charge of, the ball control. Whatever you're doing, you're not emphasizing holding on to the football when it matters most. It's like a lost art. You forgot how to tell your guys how to do that. And they don't hold on to the football. And when it matters most, we beat ourselves. Because just like our head coach, the team does idiotic shit at the worst time. You are a mirror of your head coach. The Chiefs are a mirror of Andy Reid. The Bills are a mirror of Sean McDermott. The Commanders are a mirror of Dan Quinn, Cliff Kingsbury, their OC. This is why I said we don't have the intelligence and the smarts at head coach to win a Super Bowl. We are constantly going to get out-coached every single time, no matter who we have. We can have Megatron in his prime and Barry Sanders back there with Jerry Rice at receiver also, and we would lose because we would do some dumbass shit at the worst time. The play calling would be Play calling would be terrible. I get so frustrated thinking about Monken. Sometimes he looks amazing, and sometimes he looks like he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. I'm lost, bro. It's like he takes the stupid pills again at the worst time. Wasn't on Justin Tucker this time. He made all his extra points and his field goal. I don't want to hear we didn't have Zay Flowers. I don't want to hear none of that shit. You played good enough to win the game. The play call, when you don't have Zay Flowers, what does that mean? You got to lean on Derrick Henry. He's the next guy up after Lamar. It's Lamar. It's Derrick Henry. It's Zay Flowers. You know, on down the line, you lean on your playmakers, man. So I can't say that I'm surprised at all. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised one bit, to be honest with you. I didn't expect us to make a run. I'd never expect us to make a run. And this is what the Ravens do every year. They play just good enough to get your hopes up. You start hoping, you're excited, and then they let you down again. And during the season, just as you think, they're losing games they're not supposed to lose, you know. And you start to give up a little bit, and you start to think it's going to be another one of them years, and then they run off 5 or 6 in a row, go into January hot. You start thinking, you know what, maybe this is it. Maybe there's a chance. And you get that little bit of hope, and they let you down again. It's a constant with John Harbaugh. This is what happens. And the only reason that I be trying to say this shit is to save y'all the heartbreak. Save you the sadness. Because when you don't expect much, you're not going to get your hopes up for a lot. When you don't expect much and you overachieve, say we won the Super Bowl, I would have been shocked, and I would have never been more happy to be wrong. Because if I was wrong, guess what? It won't be the first time, and it definitely won't be the last. And I'm not afraid to be wrong. Okay? I'm not afraid to say the shit that I say because I firmly believe that. There's a lot of Raven fans out here who feel how I feel, but they won't speak on it because they're afraid of what the fan base is going to think. I don't give a fuck about what the fan base thinks. I said what I said, and I'm going to continue to say it. You don't constantly get the number 1 seed, go 14-3 and 13-4, 14-2. You know, you don't constantly get to these games and continue to lose and just shrug your shoulders. Oh well. No. A true fan feels pain. A true fan wants to win. A true fan is gonna call shit like he sees it because he wants this franchise to do better. I want you to do better. I'm not here to hate on the Ravens. I want us to do better. When you have a kid, you're hard on your kid because you want to see them do better. The tough love. I've been giving this team some tough love for 4 years. I still show up and watch every game. You know, I just don't believe in the head coach, which in turn, I can't believe in the team. Look, contrary to what people think, I love Lamar. Okay? I got 3 of his jerseys. You know? Love me some Derrick Henry. Didn't think we needed him, but I still love him, man. You know, all we ever needed was better coaching. That's all we ever needed. We didn't need to get Derrick Henry. You know, this is why I constantly say it doesn't matter who we get in the draft. It doesn't matter who we sign. As long as the coaching is bad, you will see these things continue to happen. It's a fact. As I said, these things don't happen to the Chiefs. Call it what you want. It's rigged, fixed. Man, that shit pisses me off. It's only rigged when the Ravens lose. oh, it was fixed, or the outcome was already predetermined. Man, fuck that shit. How about we got to play better? How about that? How about in the biggest moments, our head coach needs to get his head out of his ass, tell his OC, what the fuck are you doing? This is what I want us to do. It's really not hard. But you don't just shrug your shoulders at another lost season, another wasted season of Lamar. Oh, but he'll be the MVP, right? 3 MVPs, 0 rings. I don't give a fuck. If the best thing we can take out of our failed seasons is MVP awards, man, what the fuck are we really doing? What are we really doing? All I'm going to say is I told the fan base this. I told y'all this shit. This is why I say, but call me a prophet. Because I predicted what's going to happen. Simple and plain. Okay? Call me a prophet because I predicted what's going to happen. But y'all enjoy that 3rd MVP for Lamar while we sitting on the couch. All right? Y'all enjoy that. Hope it makes this season worthwhile for you. Yeah. This team, the penalties showed up again. Especially on that last drive. There was a huge one. Not having Zay hurt. Not having no Bateman hurt. But we moved the football on the last drive, man. Who knows if Bateman would have came back. Who knows if Andrews catches it, if we tie the game, and then we go to OT, and they never get the ball back, and we win it. Who knows what would have happened. The fact of the matter is, I'm sure, even if it went to overtime, the Ravens, because they do this the best, would have teased us with a win and then lost in overtime anyway. And that's just how I feel about it. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm sorry if you perceive it that way. That is how you perceive it. I'm just being honest about what I think this team is capable of under their fearless leader, Harbaugh. So, y'all ready to run it back again with Harbaugh? Get all the way up that mountain again? Get your hopes up again just to lose in January? It's a pattern, man. It's a pattern. It's a pattern. It's a pattern. And the pattern is not going to stop until he's gone. You need a fresh voice. Somebody who knows how to hold the clipboard, knows how to call X's and O's, knows how to inject some life into this team. Gives us just a breath of fresh air. You know, a new regime, a new voice. Because, man, John is 18 years, man. Your voice is stale. 16 carries is not enough for Derrick Henry. I'm sorry, it's not. Justice Hill averaged more than Derrick Henry. He had 6 carries for 50 yards. He averaged like 6.5 yards a carry. But once again, the Ravens get away from what they do best when it matters most. You know? The penalties, they showed up again. Not to the extent that they had been, but they showed up. The ball control, the drop passes, just continuing to beat ourselves, because that's what the Ravens do in the playoffs. They beat themselves. You know? John Harbaugh's teams don't have discipline. We don't have the discipline to continue to get to the playoffs and you know, think we're gonna win. We got to get a change in there. You have to. You know. Let me check and see this real quick. Let's see. We had 5 penalties for 43 yards. They had 1 for 10. That's the difference. It's coaching. John Harbaugh does not measure up to Andy Reid, Sean McDermott, and all these guys, man. You know, he's not better than Matt LaFleur. He ain't better than Sean McVay, as much as I don't like Sean McVay. He ain't better than half the coaches in this league because he can't hold a clipboard. And that limits you, man. You're handicapped. So now you need to make up for that by being an extra motivator. Yeah. But you suck at that too. You're too busy handing out them game balls over a win for a win over the Steelers than focusing on your next opponent. Lamar had to force you to practice outside. He wanted to bring the guys inside and practice when it's cold. Man, fuck out of here, softy. Practice outside. Good for Lamar for doing that, too. So, as we sit here with another failed season, I'm going to end it by saying I hope y'all realize what I've been saying for 4 years, and I'm going to say it again for 5 years next year, and so on until change happens. EDC and Harbaugh are too motherfucking tight. Nobody's going to cut the cord on each other. And that's a problem. And you can't mix buddy business with you know, your friends and family. So, all right, Ravens Nation, I'm out. Until next year, you know, we're going to do it all again. I really hope we see some change. I really hope, God, I hope John is relieved of his duties and I can pop the fucking champagne and run out in the street. I don't give a fuck who we hire. You know, God damn it, I'm going to be happy. Give John a fucking seat upstairs and tell him to fall back, man. I got to give somebody else a chance to wear the headset. So, to all the Raven fans out there sad and don't understand what happened, I try to tell you what happened. But I'm the bad guy because I keeps it real. I'm the bad guy because I spit facts. Everybody's upset, Nick. Everybody's upset. We don't need to hear the negativity. Too fucking bad. Too bad. Okay? Life isn't fair. It doesn't care about your feelings. Bunch of softies, man. Fuck you, Harbaugh. Led me right back to where I started out when the season started. Fire John Harbaugh. We started out, oh, fire John Harbaugh, fire John Harbaugh. Oh, it looks better, it looks better. Oh, okay, yeah, he's doing his job. Oh, wait, we had a slip up. Fire him again. Wait a minute, it looks better. Hold on. Oh, right back to where we were. Bitch, you got to go. You got to go, dog. You got to go, John. Your time is done, son. And I'm out. Man, I'll see y'all next year. I'll be dropping some Orioles videos and some Raven videos about the draft, you know, in the next coming months. So, you know, y'all stay tuned. Deuces.